Now that I'm done with my Swan Lake canvas, I wanted to pop on and do a debrief of the fibers I used and the stitches I did, because this was mostly standard but had a few fun elements. So starting off, I did DMC floss on everything except for the swan herself. I used Petite Very Velvet since this is 18 mesh, and it's hard to see on the camera, but in real life it has this nice almost fuzzy texture, but it's clearly intentional, not like with Silk and Ivory where it sort of starts to pill, and I don't love that look. This is really nice. It's super fun to touch as well, and it was great to stitch with. This is my first time using that fiber, and I would definitely use it again. And like I said, everything else was pretty much in DMC and continental or basket weave stitch, except in the top left corner I did what I like to think of as hydrangea bushes in French knots. I love French knots for a little texture, and I think that's a super fun element and really easy. I did a little tutorial of how to do that stitch. And then in the top right, I did what I guess I'm calling satin stitch, but I'm not quite sure if it actually is satin stitch for the tulips. I think because of the shape of the flowers, it did not come out super well on anything except for the yellow, but I love how it came out on the yellow. That's what I was going for the rest of them. I'm really happy with how it came out overall. I'm gonna frame this canvas, and the great thing about using French knots and frames is that since it's 3D, you can actually put a little, I'm not sure what they're called, but they're almost like little sponges that are circular between the glass and the frame itself so that the stitches don't get crushed and you can see that texture. So I'm super excited. I need to find a frame. I think I want a vintage type of frame for this, so I'm on the hunt looking for that so I can frame this project and hang it up. I haven't stitched in DMC in a while. I honestly chose it because there were so many colors. I didn't want to buy a bunch of expensive fibers, and it was great. I think I'll be going back to DMC for a little bit since I have a big stash that I want to work through.